Pressure building in my bloodstream. Voices crawling through the machine. Every warning light flashing red. But I'm already past the edge. Running circuits through my veins now. Every silence screams too loud. Try to lock me underground. Still the noise comes crashing out. Can you feel it breaking through the system walls? Can you hear it when the final curtain falls? I won't back down, hear the sirens calling out. From the underground sound, we are rising up. Lights burn out, but the fire won't slow down. When the chaos gets loud, we are waking up. Wake up, static uprising. Every doubt turns into gasoline. Strike a match inside of me. You can try to shut it down, but the storm is permanent now. Broken codes and shattered control. Every scar just fuels my soul. If the world wants more tonight, then I'll meet it eye to eye. Feel the signal overload. No escape from what we chose. I won't back down, hear the sirens calling now. From the underground sound, we are rising up. Lights burn out, but the fire won't slow down. When the chaos gets loud, we are waking up. Cut the signal, kill the fear. Every shadow disappears. Let it go, let it ignite. This is where we come alive. I won't back down, feel the whole world shaking now. When the systems fall down, we are rising up. No shutdown, hear the revolution sound. From the lost and the loud, we are waking up. Static rising. Nothing stops us now. Whispers in the static, feel it waking up. Something breaking loose tonight. Pressure building in my bloodstream. Voices crawling through the machine. Every warning light flashing red. But I'm already past the edge. Whispers in the static, feel it waking up. Something breaking loose tonight. Pressure building in my bloodstream. Voices crawling through the machine. Every warning light flashing red. But I'm already past the edge. Running circuits through my veins now. Every silence screams too loud. Try to lock me underground. Still the noise comes crashing out. Can you feel it breaking through the system walls? Can you hear it when the final curtain falls? I won't back down, hear the sirens calling out. From the underground sound, we are rising up. Lights burn out, but the fire won't slow down. When the chaos gets loud, we are waking up. Wake up, wake up, static uprising. Every doubt turns into gasoline. Strike a match inside of me. You can try to shut it down, but the storm is permanent now. Broken codes and shattered control. Every scar just fuels my soul. If the world wants war tonight, then I'll meet it eye to eye. Feel the signal overload. No escape from what we chose. I won't back down, hear the sirens calling out. From the underground sound, we are rising up. Lights burn out, but the fire won't slow down. When the chaos gets loud, we are waking up. Cut the signal, kill the fear. Every shadow disappears. Let it go, let it ignite. This is where we come alive. I won't back down, feel the whole world shaking now. When the systems fall down, we are rising up. No shutdown, hear the revolution sound. From the lost and the loud, we are waking up. Static rising. Nothing stops us now. Whispers in the static, feel it waking up. Something breaking loose tonight. Pressure building in my bloodstream. Voices crawling through the machine. Every warning light flashing red. But I'm already past the
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Waylander Gaming. This is Waylander here, bringing you even more action in this season's Academy. Waylander Gaming Season 3, Mobile Legends Academy. It's been quite an entertaining ride. I must be very, very honest with you. There has been some tight matchups, especially as of late, and especially since we had that 1 week break over the long weekend, over the Easter weekend, and things were very, 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 very hot and interesting from last night. So tonight, right, we had a bit of, not last night, Thursday night. Last night we had a bit of a pause, and so this gives us the opportunity to have a bit of a double header taking place. We're going to start off with the highly anticipated Chaos Division, Code Red, battle to the death, best of 3. Who's going to take it? I can see the votes in the poll. Chaos Division, 62% of the votes going their way, whereas Jared is like Code Red for the win in the live comments. So, get those comments in. I want to find out from you who you're going to think is taking this all, as I will just describe to you very quickly what the lobby bans are. So, we've been into the coin toss, Chaos Division winning the coin toss, and opting to go with first pick, first ban. And with their first 2 initial bans, it's Leomord and Sora taken straight out of the equation. So no Leomord, no Sora. Code Red respond with a Minnow and Zushin ban, right? And with that being said, we're going to be heading right now into the actual drafting phase. So buckle up, get ready. It's going to be an action-packed evening. It's game number 1 of this best of 3. Will we expect this to go all the way, or will we see one of the 2 teams come out on top as we head straight into the drafting? And it is Chaos Division's Elemental with the first ban in the actual drafting phase. Holding on to that, deciding to go for the Camilla ban. Code Red have been quite famous for picking up the Camilla throughout several tournaments, and it's one of their favorite combos to work with. The Curse Blood into pretty much anything works really nicely, but there's obviously some specialty heroes that work very well with Camilla. And for those of you interested in this, right, the mage combination that does the most damage with a Camilla being present is actually Vexana, and you can see that strangely enough that was the ban. Marcel, definitely a good ban, combines so well with quite a few different ultimate styles. Like you can use Marcel's ulti with Changi, with Beatrix, right? Works really nicely. It's like this big setup play that can happen, and you can't really escape it or get out, right? So Marcel, kind of broken, nice to get rid of. Carry means that the carry ban coming through from Chaos Division means you're probably going to see a little bit more of a tankier lineup from the side of Chaos Division, but let's get to see. And they're making sure that it's going to be difficult to pick up those tank melting marksmen, the ones with those high attack speed, because even though carry is a HP based damage dealer, if you're going to be picking up any marksman that goes with attack speed, and then you lock on and manage to build that holy trinity for the gold lane very quickly, it's going to be a nightmare. And with a Belleric being picked up, he's there to just gobble up those attack speed marksmen. Doesn't do so well against your skill-based marksmen like your Grangers, your Brodies, Clints for that matter. But, that's the first pick coming through. The side of Code Red respond with Glue, who is one of the best disruptors that you can get in the game. Followed by Master Merlin locking onto the Xbox, who has proved to be quite strong over the course of this tournament. And at the same time, it's the side of Code Red recognizing that we expect a bit more of a tanky-ish lineup with the carry ban coming through so early.
I'm born with talent.
Nice backline dive pick coming through from Elemental on that Yuzong. And Phosphor on the Pharamus, just supplying a little bit of extra sustain to to maybe Faramus with the Nether Realm is a good counter to the last Insanity from Xbox. That's quite a clever pick coming through. The same with the Herbivoros on that Leslie, because Leslie is, not an attack speed marksman. Going to be dishing out the damage from range, and interesting. The Hunt deciding to go for Hanabi. Maybe the shield just to prevent the lockdown that can come in from glue, and also at the same time use it as protection from the insane poke damage that Leslie has in the very, very early part of the game. Sean 01 with a Hanzo pick, right, which I didn't really see coming through, but maybe
I will choose my
adding a
own
bit of
path.
extra backline dive and auto blitz locking on to the R-Lot. And that means we're going to see some high mobility plays coming through. R-Lot is one of those heroes who has the potential to deal with a Yuzong in lane. It's going to be a very interesting matchup between the XP laners, so we're going to keep an eye out for that. Auto Blitz up against Elemental, Yuzong versus an R-Lot as we head into game number 1. I hope you got your votes in, as it's going to be a cracker. The Zetian pick, I'm just looking at it now and I'm thinking to myself, that could combine very nicely with the final slash Lost Insanity combination. But with that being said, let's head off into this game number 1 for the evening. The battle of the mid lane, let it begin, because as we all know, it's all about establishing that control, and Zetian, one of the best heroes for establishing control in the early part of the game, has massive range on her skills, and can poke both the creeps and the heroes at the same time. As you can see, just throwing that out. Easy, just trying to help as Code Red do secure this mid lane control, just to make sure that, there's going to be no potential invades coming through. The pullback onto Guptizi on that glue by Faramus. Get a bit of poke damage as the side of Code Red are setting up for this litho. Hanzo, as we know, one of the fastest jungle clears in the game, opting not to try to go for the quick buff to buff rotation. Wants to be a little bit more passive. Up against a glue and a Zetian, doesn't want to get caught out, wants to just build up farm very nicely. Meanwhile, here in the bot lane, the battle between the gold laners is continuing, as I think Hanabi may feel the better of that exchange, especially knowing there's going to be the shield. Leslie just forcing the wave back so that there's not going to be too much of gold coming through in terms of that exchange. Because of that, it's just slightly less than 100 gold there. But that's mainly going to be due to the jungles, because, I mean, you just look at this Hanzo. He's just going to be eating up farm. Now the engagement here onto Arthur Blitz, who escapes the full stack damage from Elemental. Has to be a bit careful right now, as Xbox finally picks up that level 4. So Last Insanity is available, but Hanzo, he's waiting with that demon form. He's just trying to search for the right opportunity. Maybe a bit of counter invade coming through, as Arthur Blitz wants to drag Yuzong out of the way. Neither XP lane has gotten that timing that they were looking for, but there's the engagement here. As we said, it's going to be a big battle. Oh, the passive is proccing. Arthur Blitz managed to get a little bit of safety, but glue with the grab. Who's going to get first blood? First blood does go the way of Hanzo, but it's a 1-for-1 exchange here around the first turtle. And with no ultimate left on the Hanzo, Code Red feel that this is an opportunity for them to be able to take down this turtle without too much of problems. Faramus trying to get the pullback. Faramus, as we know, is one of Glue's nightmares. He doesn't really want to go in, but say with that, the Last Insanity comes out as they manage to get one, but there's going to be the counter engage. However, it's going to be Guptizi with the save, trying to rescue. But meanwhile, it's going to be a what is that? A 2-for-1 exchange. Our lot is gonna get caught. Oh my goodness. He walked straight in there. He was like, if I'm gonna die, I'm gonna take Shona 1 on the Hanzo with me. Big battles going on. But overall, the kills have been in favor of Chaos Division. giving them that ever so slight 500 gold lead. I suspect some of that gold lead will be here on the actual gold lane. If we're looking at Hanabi up against the Leslie, it's 200 of the 400, so 50% of that increase is there, as Hanabi wants to bait out. Herbivorous gets a bit of poke damage, avoids the first skill, gets another bit of poke damage, but now has to be careful. Pharamus is into the mix. There should be the pullback. Wants to use the conceal form. Aegis does come out. Oh, lovely play from the Zetchian there. That Fury of the Phoenix coming in clutch as there's the turnaround. The hunt is taken down, and Herbivorous still has a decent amount of health, so we'll be able to get a chunk of change from this gold lane bar, as we should expect to see that happening very, very shortly. Pharamus forced a flicker back. Glue has been saving the split, right? Because he can kill his entire team if that has to happen. There's the last insanity underneath the turret, but the counter comes through from the Pharamus there with the Netherrealm. However, Auto Blitz with that gets picked off as he was trying to get something done, not enjoying himself up against the Yuzong at this moment in time. Leslie deep in here with the ultimate snipe, gets the kill and has the conceal. Grubteezy forcing the Hanabi away. Will they stick around to protect? It is time for this turtle, and this should be uncontested. The Herbivorous, lovely play on that Leslie, just managing to get the pick-off kill there. Set the team up, and now the gold lead has swung in the complete opposite direction. Xborg once more into the jungle, tried to go for a little bit of a buff steal. Hard to steal against a Hanzo because he can kind of just build stacks and eat it up. Quick rotations here towards the Yuzong, as Code Red do realize that they don't want this Yuzong to be overly fed. There's Glue with the engagement, gets the grab. The last insanity does come out, and they manage to try to get one down, but it's going to be the Yuzong, the Black Dragon form, surviving. Now the turnaround is in there. It's a killing spree for this Yuzong. He just flies straight through. It's going to be the Wrath of Dryads with an almost pullback onto 2, but with that exchange, the gold lead now sort of evens up once more. This has a very, very seesaw effect to it. Very much of a back and front kind of feel. Glue once more has to be careful of this Pharamus. You can't go in with a split. Legitimately, you will get your entire team melted. Leslie, quite advanced, would be spotted out, now in danger of being wrapped around, has the ability to flicker, does flicker, but the taunt comes through as it's going to be the pushback, and there we see the first skill coming through from the Pharamus, just taking down one. Lovely Wrath of Dryads into the mix. Flicker back from Kuro as the continuation of this engage onto Grubteezy. Tries to get the grab, but nothing doing. Now it's the last insanity with the Netherrealm counter as the Hunt somehow managing to survive this. Oh, final slash, just slightly off the mark. Now it's the flicker back to safety as Yuzong Elemental just takes this top lane turret. Fury of the Phoenix has been committed, but it's going to be very, very difficult to try to get a contest going. Maybe with Auto Blitz on this Arlot, he has used that final slash, has used the flicker as well. Let's get to see. So it's Hanzo doesn't really want to go in just yet. Oh, tries to get the engagement here onto the Leslie. Should be able to get the pick-off kill. He's just hunting, waiting. That should be a kill. Oh, but Hanzo, the body got dragged into the midst as Auto Blitz is trying to push in this mid lane. Frog Armor full stacks here onto Master Merlin as pressure being placed into the mid lane, but it's HK Shahar with the protection here onto the mid lane as his team secures this, but Yuzong has the Black Dragon form to escape, is engaged upon, but he's not too worried about anything. This Yuzong is slowly getting fed here, as we can see already picked up the War Axe, is building the hybrid build. I think maybe part of Hunter Strike as well into the mix, and then going for some defense, probably with the Brute Force armor. And this now is the counter draft coming through from the side of Chaos Division, working very much in their favor. The Faramus Phosphor being very, very, very patient when it comes to engagements and committing the Nether Realm, saving it just for the last insanity and only for the last insanity. The same with Faramus, same Phosphor again with the first skill, just holding that first skill just for the split. Meanwhile, the chase is on. Oh, they finally managed to get the shutdown. However, Master Merlin, he's not going to be too worried. He has the full stacks of frog armor. Now doesn't have the last insanity as a glue with the grab. But look at the amount of damage that came out from Faramus. Oh, lovely Wrath of Dryads with the Taunt Crypt. He has to use that flicker to get back to safety as the side of Code Red have to disengage from this. They used a lot of skills. It was a shutdown kill, which sort of equalized the goal to a certain degree, but it has been building up. It's about a 2.5k gold lead in favor of Chaos Division at this moment in time. Just 10 seconds to go for the First Lord. It's a question of map control. But Hanabi trying to push this out. Does she have the speed to get back to safety? Oh, the shield comes through. But the ultimate snipe is there just to make sure. And that's going to be a quick rotation from Code Red as they get the pick off here. And now that means numbers advantage around this First Lord of the game. As HK Shah on this Dryad on Beleric has been providing vision as to where the jungler for the side of... Oh, could this be the end of Faramus? It is, and the turret. This gives Chaos Division an uphill battle for this Lord. Will we see the side of Code Red take advantage of the fact that they took out Faramus and he was forced to commit the Nether Realm? Oh, nice final slash coming into the mix, as is going to be the Wrath of Dryads with the Black Dragon form. Last Insanity coming through here, as it's going to be a double. And the Immortality picked up at just the right time. Will we see the triple coming through? As it's a triple as Yuzong tried to get the passive off, but nothing being done. But oh, Faramus, this is what we were saying. Go for the split and you're in trouble. Master Merlin is hoping that frog armor is going to build back up here. Hanzo is waiting for just that perfect opportunity to go in for the steal. But it looks like the side of Chaos Division have gotten enough of a threat. But ooh, with this Hanzo going in now, final slash coming through. The drag back is in there. This should be an uncontested Lord going the way of Code Red. And with that being said, even though the turrets were in favor of the side of Chaos Division, Code Red are going to have this opportunity to equalize things and even pull it in their advantage. It all comes down to that question, the question we've always been talking about throughout the stream, like literally all the time, which is a question of wave equilibrium. Who's going to manage it? Who's going to be able to disrupt it? As you can see, Beleric trying to get this done. Faramus is just waiting to dish out that full-on team damage as the side of Code Red want to put pressure here into the mid lane, but I don't think they'll be able to secure it with this. As Elemental has been forced back, it is even turrets right now. Yuzong wants to clear this. There's the final slash. Will we see the full engage? Oh, lovely Nether Realm. However, the last Insanity into the backline still has the Immortality. And Code Red get the pickoffs and they get out. Potentially, we should see this tier 2 turret falling as Arthur Blitz is just there to make sure that that's going to happen. Master Merlin wants to try to get something done. He knows his frog armor was building back up, and now the game has swung in favor of Code Red. They've picked up about a 2k gold lead, and at the same time, it's going to be map opened to them. Now, with that being said, it's time for, I would say, a little bit of wave freeze to happen. A little bit of control, a little bit more control in terms of what is going on, right? Because when you look at it right now, it's Chaos Division with only 2 tier 2 turrets standing, right? All the tier 1s have been taken down and one of the tier 2s. So as you can see, Code Red, they want to put the squeeze on. They want to force them out. They know that Hanzo needs space in the jungle, and if you allow the waves to come in, he's going to be able to farm up, and he's probably building towards that Trinity build here. He's already completed the Holy Trinity, just to be able to melt the tanky lineup coming through. But there's the engagement here onto HK Shahar, who's being forced back. It's the full overheat happening. You pops that vengeance, but is he going to be taken out here? The Fury of the Phoenix committed a little bit early, but however, engagement underneath the turret. Arthur Blitz trying to stay safe as the quick rotations have happened here from the side of Chaos Division, but will we see the pickup as Yuzong is being forced out with the Black Dragon form? You commits the Petrify, but Master Merlin on this Xbox goes in with the last Insanity. Aegis is there. They want to get the stun. They forced it out early. No stuns, no CC immunity available for the side of Chaos Division. That's going to be no Hanabi, but you got to watch for that demon form from the Hanzo. It's easy for him to get in to try to get the steal. Arthur Blitz here just frontlining for the side of Code Red, whereas the Chaos Division need to create the space for this Hanzo to go in. Xborg using that final slash comes through. There's a Fury of the Phoenix, but Arthur Blitz could be in a lot of danger. Will we see the follow-up? It's going to be Arthur Blitz taken out. The chase is on here as Kuro is going to get caught out. The passive has procced, and now it's a shutdown. The chase is on to Herbivorous, who gets a kill, but is going to be taken down himself. And that is a 3-for-2 exchange. I don't see a Lord in the horizon for either team. The pullback onto Glue. He's delaying going for that split. Tried to defend the mid lane. Now uses the split, but look at the damage. That's the thing. That is the thing. Last Insanity now comes out, forcing everybody away, but there's going to be Immortality being procced. The team, can they be there to save the Xbox? They do manage to save him. That tiny little bit of frog armor keeping him alive, but that's going to be no Glue as this Lord is still up and running and available. And once again, advantage just swung. It's Chaos Division with the opportunity to take this Lord uncontested, especially with a Hanabi. You know how she's going to be dishing out the damage. Meanwhile, Leslie trying to deal with the bot lane. He's not here to help with the contest as Xborg wants to try to make this. It's going to be numbers advantage the way of Chaos Division as Arlott trying to find that angle to try to get into the backline, but it's going to be Hanzo who secures this as Hanabi gets the frog armor down. The chase is on here to Master Merlin. He's going to get shut down, and that was some lovely play from Chaos Division. Meanwhile, the grab is on. They do take out the MM. Last in, the Nether Realm was committed, but look at the damage from Leslie. She's gonna get chased down by this Hanzo. Can they save? Does manage to save the marksman, the mage who was being molested basically there by the Hanzo. But with this opportunity to defend, which is what Code Red will be trying to look at right now. They just need to get the defense going. They will lose turrets, like in terms of the bot lane. They're just going to try to hope to keep this tier 3 turrets still standing, which I'm sure they can do. It's all about the second wave coming through right now. And with this being said, they managed to secure and keep all the tier 3 turrets, so it's only a turret advantage to the side of Chaos Division. Gold pretty much even, kills pretty much even. There's no real difference between the two teams right now. We're heading towards the 18-minute mark. Glue being engaged upon once more. The Fury of the Phoenix coming out as a rescue. Gapsizi is playing quite well considering there's a Pharamus in the enemy team. I mean, you'd expect him to have been feeding a little bit more. Just over 70 seconds to go for the next Lord of the game. And as I'm sure you know, this is going to be the enhanced Lord. This is going to be the big boy. This is the one that is going to have that massive, massive, massive damage output. And it's all a question of being able to secure this. The wave management that should happen beforehand is to a degree happening. Both teams are trying to establish this. It's still another, I would say, 40 seconds to go before it's really important to get that wave control. But both teams, understanding how important it is to go for this Lord, are just trying to poke each other down and force out certain skills. Like the side of Code Red will be hoping to bait out the Nether Realm and maybe the Wrath of Dryads as well. Whereas the side of Chaos Division, definitely the Fury of the Phoenix is the one that they will be looking at. Like if they can bait it out. So players are remaining quite safe, but Belleric with the scout out. The mid lane duo from the side of Chaos Division, they're sticking together quite closely throughout the course of the match. They've been using this to their advantage. Meanwhile, Leslie with a bit of poke damage here onto the hunt, but Hanabi should be able to heal back up as now the battle for control around the Lord begins. Meanwhile, we're going to keep an eye out on the Yuzong, who is going for sort of a back door here. Hanzo waiting patiently for that moment to come in as Arlott is on the chase. There's the Fury of the Phoenix. The setup is in here. Who's going to be able to get this? It's going to be Zetchen who secures this. But look at the damage output. It's going to be a 1, potentially 2 for nothing exchange. But Yuzong is backdooring this. He's trying to get something done. The flicker final slash underneath the turret. But Yuzong has the mobility to escape, almost getting this tier 3 turret. Now Ultimate Snipe says, we don't care about the Black Dragon form. You're going to get taken out of the matchup very, 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 very quickly. Out into the mix, dancing around, gets pulled back as it's a shutdown. They do get the, it's a killing spree now as Hanzo is trying to chase onto anybody, but has to come back as there's the Leslie forcing back this Belleric, who they do want to try to stop this Lord from getting in. It's below half health, and well, you know, if the Lord does crash in, that's going to be straight a tier 3 turret. But this right now is anybody's game. Arlott going in, has the immortality, went in for the final slash. Now he's going to get chased down. Tried to go in for the onto the Hanzo. There's the Nether Realm being committed as Arthur Blitz does manage to escape. Oh, the deadly snipe, or the ultimate snipe, being ultimately deadly. Now the opportunity to take down not even 1, possibly 2 tier 3 turrets, but they can't get the lock on. It looks like Code Red playing the safe game. Had the opportunity, if they just went a little bit more aggressive, they could have taken down the tier 3 turrets. There is an opportunity with the second wave there. I do have two waves synced up, but the pressure being placed here and from the side of Chaos Division, and it's starting to tell as Code Red wanting to play safe. They wanted to go for those turrets, but I mean, the defensive capabilities from Chaos Division coming to the forefront. It's been a very, very, very long time since I've seen 2 teams with all tier 3 turrets as we head into the 22-minute mark. Everyone pretty much full build. It's just obviously the Arlott who still sold the immortality, having used it to try to get that setup kill. 10 seconds to go for the Lord. It's time to get yourselves into position as the side of Code Red are sensing that they could potentially get a pick off here. As they've gotten 2 on the top lane to get the slow push going. Meanwhile, Lord down to a third of its HP, heading towards the halfway mark. Master Merlin with the scout out. This Lord, it's really being melted as the Black Dragon form comes in. There's Fury of the Phoenix, who's going to get the red tree. Oh, Hanzo manages to secure it, but there's the Nether Realm into the mix. This is going to be the setup. It's an unstoppable for Leslie. It's a 1-for-1, but the final slash catches onto 3. It's a double kill. Will they be able able to capitalize on this. They may have lost the Lord, but there's the opportunity to take down this mid lane turret for the side of Code Red. Will they go for this? They're trying to put the pressure on here. Pharamus trying to zone away this glue. Went for the split and avoided the damage. Belleric there to try to pull the waves. Are they going to be able to get the lock? The Lord has spawned up. The waves are coming through. Leslie trying to force this onto the turret. There's Hanzo engaging on the Leslie. Flicker comes back. Wrath of Trides. There's the grab in there as it's Auto Blitz with that Arlot. Just trying to control things. Forcing everybody back and away as Leslie's going to recall and it's going to be all hands to the pump for defense because, as we know, this is a 22-minute Lord. Lord being stopped very early, right? I don't know how safe this is. There's an option here for the side of Code Red, but they're chancing it. They know they want to go in. Oh, Shauna one with the pick off. That's what I was saying. It's dangerous to defend the Lord this deep, not with the full team. But I think they should get it done. They should have this turrets being protected. There is a push happening here in the bot lane, so Code Red have to be careful of that. At the same time, you're gonna need the side of Chaos Division. Maybe potentially to put a little bit more pressure. They are playing a bit on the safe side, both teams right now. They don't want to give too much away because as I can see the comments in the live chat, it's a very even matchup, right? We're all witnessing the action that's happening here. I really can't tell you which way this game is going. Right, as Leslie just here to protect the turrets, both teams it seems almost impossible. 25 minutes, all tier 3 turrets still standing. Meanwhile, the Lord is spawning up in the next couple of seconds. Code Red goes for the big push in the bot lane. It's Glue the one providing the vision. Gripteasy here as Hanabi once more starting out the hunt. He wants to try to get this melted down as quickly as possible. They go for the slow push with Zetya, knowing that the Fury of the Phoenix is there as a bit of a counter-engaged tool. Black Dragon form has come out here as now it's Fury of the Phoenix time. The engagement, Last Insanity into the mix here. The Lord is so low near the realm into the backline, but they take down. Can they take down this? Oh my word, Master Merlin. That Immortality coming out just the right time, but the steal is there from Pharaohs and they take out the jungler. Meanwhile, Zetian in the bot lane almost manages to get a backdoor, open the base up, but it's going to be the loss of the X-Borg and the Lord going the way of Chaos Division. I don't know. I still can't say. For Chaos Division, it's all about protecting this Hanabi right now. That's really what it comes down to. Hanabi needs to be protected. Arlot using that final slash just to display so that they can maintain the control. It's going to be very difficult to defend against this Lord as it's coming through, but the side of Chaos Division are trying to get themselves into position to do so. If the tier 3 star turrets, okay, no, we have lost one. I can't see Code Red not losing a tier 3 turret. There's the Black Dragon form being used as a zoning tool. The Lord being set up as glue into the backline. Wants to try to get the grab. Does onto Hanabi, who uses the Aegis and now gets the turnaround as Gripteasy has to disengage. But that pull away, that means the Hunt is not in the mix to go in for the base here. The Lord, that's crazy. Auto Blitz just pulled the Lord from the top lane to the mid lane. They did lose the mid lane turret because of the pull, but I mean, they got the defense going. There's the ultimate snipe coming through as Yuzong wants to provide a bit of protection. Meanwhile, Glue with the split form just wants to try and make sure that not too much of pressure is going to be piled into the base. It should be another tier 3 turret in the top lane being taken out here. But will we see the side of Chaos Division try to push for the advantage here? It's going to be very difficult without the minion waves being available. Oh, NetherRealm has come out. The last Insanity into the Fury of the Phoenix. Who is going to be taken out there? It's godlike for the Leslie. But Hunt gets the kill. It's a double kill for the Hanabi. It's 3-for-1. Actually, 3-for-2. Pharamus's death timer, as we know, is just so low. There's no way to defend against this. Just pop the shield, Hanabi, lock onto the base. Glue trying to get the disengage. But first game, first blood, going the way of Chaos Division.
Victory!
And with that being said, well, we're going to be heading into game number 2 very shortly. This has been even Thursday's matches, action-packed indeed. Very, very difficult to say who is going to win what here. But as you can see, the scores from both teams, MVP going to Bellaric and Zetian. But with that being said, let us head into the lobby for game number 2. And just for everybody who tuned in right now, thank you for tuning into the stream. It's a pleasure as always to cast for you while I get this lobby up and running and set. Game number 2. Oh, wait.
Welcome to the new draft mode. Let's start with the lane pre-selection phase, where you can choose your preferred position in advance. Encounter a lane conflict? Use the match stats panel to communicate and resolve it with...
Alright, my game decided that it wants to do its own thing here. Alright, so we actually have everything ready and set. Okay, let me get this lobby created and the teams into the mix, as it is, as I said, game number 2. And well, sometimes I think maybe we should have like a separate poll for game 1, game 2 to see what's going on here. But let's just invite everybody. So we got the full lobby. I'm sure the players know they need to swap sides, and we'll be heading into the lobby bans very, very, very soon. And the excitement is going to continue. I wonder if we're going to end up with a game very similar to the first one. It's tough to say because usually people tend to figure out strategies and styles and what they want to do by the time it comes to the second game. Potential respect bans at the same time as a whole lot of decision making in terms of what rotation strategy you want to use. Maybe you realize that it's possible to go for that high octane, a lot of pressure to be placed in the jungle kind of draft, which is one that we've noticed quite a few teams have been using, especially in the South African server as of late, placing that massive amounts of pressure in the enemy jungle from very early on and going for the snowball. So let's just get the lobby bans for you, because I'm also quite interested to see what the lobby bans are. Will it be the same as the last game? Will we expect to see a bit of a twist going on? Let's see what the lobby bans will be. Yeah, I have fun. I agree with you. I also have zero idea which way this next game is gonna go. A Hunt banning out Leomord and Sora, which is going to be waiting for Code Red with their ban. So Chaos Division sticking to the same lobby bans that they went for in the previous match. Leomord and Sora. Leomord, we know, is quite strong in the jungle. Very, very difficult to deal with in terms of securing neutral objectives, etc. So we're just going to be waiting for that final bans to come through from the side of Chaos Division. And yeah, there we see the respect bans are in the mix. and it is going to be Belleric and Muncie as the respect ban. Well, the Belleric was a definite respect ban coming through, right? And so it's good luck and have fun to both teams as we're going to be heading in to game number 2. Will we see the side of Chaos Division take this in clean sweep fashion? Will Code Red be able to take us into game number 3? We're heading into the actual banning phase right now, and let's get to see what is going on.
I've been waiting for too long.
First ban coming through is Carry from the side, this time round from Code Red, as they get rid of the tank killer that is Carry, which means we should expect to see
Different perspectives expose the same truth.
that tankier lineup. Will we get to see it though? That's the big question. Once more, it is the Marcel that's been banned out. And Marcel, as we know, is it's too dangerous to leave around. Too many combinations.
See value in me?
Your team
You
is
should.
winning.
Oh yeah, I won't forget to share the game. I won't. We'll have everything ready and set.
Crowned by heaven's mandate,
Your team
my
is
legacy
winning.
shall endure.
The ban from Code Red Fredrin being banned out means that they were on the side of Chaos Division suspected of Fred with the carry ban.
Let them
Kuro
play
going
hero.
for that
I will be the truth
Zetian
this world
once more.
desperately
An
needs.
Elemental on that
Welcome to Gross
user
Castle.
Grok pick. As I always say, Grok is maybe the strongest roamer in the game. So, the ability to set and reset waves
Welcome to the
has
land of Dawn!
been one of those features of Grok, which disrupting wave equilibrium. I mean, I was going through coaching sessions with quite a few people across this last week, and well, at least everybody who recommended coaching sessions, because you know, Waylander Gaming, we're here for the community. We try to the best of our abilities,
Your team is
help
winning.
everyone achieve what they'd like to achieve, and so during these training sessions, one of the things I've been pointing out is how wave equilibrium can affect the results of a game.
All who dare stand in my way will
Your
be
team
devoured.
is picking.
So it's definitely one to be on the lookout for. We're going to be watching how the Grok is going to be used to adjust and sort out the wave equilibrium that's there. Yeah, well, if you actually one day maybe I'll actually do a video on like a tutorial video on Grok with the pro players and how they use it, like using walls to block waves off at just the right time. Like there's that triple wave block that you can use right at the start of the game. We'll just take a look to see if HK Shah does it. It's 10 seconds and you place the wall at just the right place. There's a specific position that you go for, and it blocks all 3 waves at the same time and forces the your opposition to overextend because the wave is closer to your side.
To the greatest magic show of all time.
Now the drafts are done. Gripteasy going for his famous Akai, one of those comfort picks, to try to use that to see what they can do. The Harley pick, I mean, I've seen the pro players picking up Harley on occasion. The mobility of Harley to get into the backline and out has been used quite a bit and it's a deadly one, especially if you're a Farsa, right? Because or not a Farsa, if you're going to be the Zetchian, because he's not going to be there to proc that passive. He's going to be from a decent range, unless he jumps in a little bit too close. But Harley's real targets are going to be the Zetchian and the Beatrix, big team fight heroes. The side of Code Red went for a lot of their comfort picks in here, with both Gripteasy picking up the Akai and Herbivorous with the Beatrix. So Herbivorous is, normally you'll see that the Beatrix getting banned out whenever he's playing. This time round being left open by Chaos Division, and yeah, I have fun. I will definitely try to do that. And maybe like a roam tutorial video as well, because I'm starting to think that it's nice to go down the line of getting these tutorial videos out, so we can help improve the level of gameplay. I mean, you just look at this, right, from the Grok. Look at the wave equilibrium where it is. You're going to have to, it's going to force overextension. But with Grok trying to place that little bit of extra pressure, took a lot of damage. Vengeance was popped. Because the thing is, with an Akai, his damage in the early game is, even though he's a tank, gets underestimated quite a bit. Well, I promise to try to get those videos out as soon as I possibly can. It's just quite a busy time right now, as I'm sure a lot of you are registered for the AFL, and we're trying to get things set and ready. Hanabi using that Aegis there to her advantage, and the passive as well, as Beatrix is forced back to the safety underneath the turret. Nice play here from Grok once more, placing pressure into the jungle. The poke damage is coming through as they're trying to prevent the X-Borg from hitting that level 4 timing. And with the steal here from the Grok, has managed to do so. So he's going to need more than this gold crab to get that done. So lovely steal from the from Grok there, just setting up no level 4, no Last Insanity available just yet. The wall is in there just to, look at how annoying this is. I mean, you're trying to get your way across and they block the path. And this is what a Grok does. And once that tectonic charge is up and running, it's going to be difficult to take these neutral objectives. Won't be there for the start of the turtle. Meanwhile, there's the engagement here. Flicker has to come back from Lapu. Lapu feathered airstrike into the mix, but Grok with the setup, and it's going to be first blood. Lapu taken out of the game. There's the Fury of the Phoenix being used as a bit of a countered engage here. The Zetchian and the Fury of the Phoenix, that's the hard counter to Farsa and the Feathered Airstrike. Just not available in time there. Black Dragon form has come out as Juzong wants to zone everyone away. They want to give Harley enough space to try to take this, but it's difficult. This is the one weakness of having a Harley, is you can be focused or hard focused when it comes to the objectives. Uses the dash back and gets that objective. Now it's the turnaround here. Yuzong taking a lot of damage. The Feathered Airstrike comes into the mix, as it's going to be once more a 1-for-1 exchange. Could we see a 1-for-2 to chases onto Master Merlin? And it's going to be the deadly magic that gets that set up and knocked down. And they trap up Kuro, who's trying to escape. The cards come out almost like Gambit from the Avengers, or X-Men rather. I don't think Gambit was ever an Avenger. He's not the type of hero to be an Avenger. With this, Chaos Division have picked up a healthy 2k gold lead. Now it's going to be Beatrix who's going to be scouted out. Dashes just at the right time to get through that wall and to safety. But I think right now the win condition might be this Beatrix. You're going to have to try and keep her farmed, fed and safe. 45 seconds to go for the next objective. there's been a lot of pressure being applied onto the XP lane by the side of Chaos Division. In both matches, they've been using this to try to make sure that Yuzong gets fed. But there's the engagement. It's going to be the Rocket Barrage. The heavy spin does come out, but the Aegis is in there. Everybody's underneath the turret. Last Insanity comes down. It's going to be a 1-for-2-for-1 exchange. As Beatrix gets the kill on Hanabi underneath. Oh, there's the tectonic charge. Now the setup with the deadly magic coming through from Harley. And that is a 3-for-1 exchange. And I'm sure I have funny feet. You get to notice how strong the Grok actually is.
Red team has slain the turtle.
With that being said, it's all about control of the map, because you have the advantage. Gold lead kills, but oh, there's going to be the deadly magic coming through. Can he get anything done? Somehow Herbivorous survives through this. A little bit of sustain coming in there. Now he's on the hunt, tries to escape. Zetchian with the poke back saying, Grok, we're tired of you. We're tired of you coming in with your walls. As it's a 1 for nothing exchange in that gold lane, and well, the marksman managed to get out. It's up a little bit of the gold lane, the gold lead. As now the chase is on here in the bot lane. Onto Lapu once more, but a poke damage coming in from Phosphor on the Fossa. Still has the Feathered Airstrike and the Purify still available. Zetchian sticking around on the top lane. It's a minute to go for the Lord. I mean, for the third and final turtle. So neither team overcommitting. Nice play coming through from Sean01, placing the pressure here onto the mid lane by clearing this wave. Lapu with the defense. As Zetchian still sticking around. They want to place the pressure here onto Hanabi, who's forced to use the Aegis. Now Harley into the mix here. You're going to have to be careful. That deadly magic really is deadly. With that being said, once again, mid lane control is the name of the game with 20 seconds to go for this next objective. As both teams trying to establish this. They know that there's the opportunity to take this Lord. It's Master Merlin around the Lord. Meanwhile, the rest of Code Red are deciding to go for this top lane gank. But with this top lane gank, they could have sacrificed the mid lane. Master Merlin, the one coming in for the defenses. Look like they're definitely sacrificing the Lord. There's the setup. There's the tectonic charge. No frog armor. It's going to be the feathered airstrike into the mix as Xborg has to stay safe. There's the Fury of the Phoenix being used as there's a kill on the top lane. They did trade it, but this should be a trade for the mid lane. Oh, it is. Just the last hit there. So they took the marksman and the gold lane, but it's turtle and mid lane turret. Chaos Division would definitely feel the happier of the two with that exchange. And a bot lane as well. So advantage to the side of Chaos Division, or rather continued advantage to the side of Chaos Division, as they are maintaining this pressure that they started off in the early game. Black Dragon form has been forced out, but I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue. He's only going to need it really to try to deal with the Lord, and that's enough time for the Lord, for the cooldown to come through. Once more, Grok with his own away. It's gripped easy, trying to force everybody back. Gets caught out by the ninjutsu from Hanabi. Feathered airstrike as well. But it's going to be Master Merlin into the backline. I mean, Arthur Blitz into the backline. Goes in with the bravest fighter. Has the sustainability to escape with the tectonic charge. It's a bowling alley out there as he sets them up and knocks them down. There's Grok play on point. And with this advantage definitely on the side of Chaos Division, they are piling the pressure on. It's still 30 seconds. I mean, just look at this, right? You can try to delay. You almost got it right to block it. And that's just to block the wave so that your team can take a tier 2 turret. And they're potentially wanting to try to get the Holy Shield taken out, as Kuro is the one wanting to block off that Holy Shield to make sure that they still have it for the defense, because with the map being opened the way it is, it's going to be very difficult for the side of Code Red to try to contest for this first Lord of the game. Grok once more into the front line. He's got that full stacks up, as he's just sticking close to the walls, keeping the stacks up and running, so no, the CC immunity is there. The Lord down to just about half HP. There's the conceal play coming out here as Akai into the backline. Wants to try to get onto the Nabi, but she pops the Aegis, so no Aegis is going to be available for Fasa, using the bird form to reposition. Feathered Airstrike is still into the mix. Now it comes out. Now there's the last Insanity, and Nabi manages to secure it. The bravest fighter is into the mix as well, as it's going to be a double kill for the Harley, and he manages to escape as they take down another, and that's going to be Lord. Meanwhile, Holy Shield taken out in the bot lane as Elemental. He's going for this push once more. He wants to try to set up the backdoor angle. The chase is on here. It's a mega kill for the Fasa. Can they take down the Zetchian? They want to go for it. Grok has that ability to... Oh, the deadly magic comes through. It's unstoppable. The wave should... Almost, I thought it was gonna... Yeah, there's the Holy Shield. And you still got the ability to take down these turrets. Feathered Airstrike from the Fasa. They want to continue the pressure. All the Holy Shields are down, and the Lord Wave is still coming. As Hanabi, the Hunt, is eating up this bot lane turret. That's a tier 3 turret. The Lord marching through. There's going to be the wave equilibrium that they were looking for. Can they get the lock to take this mid lane turret? They're trying to do that. Grok wants to provide that little block off here, as there's the Lord making his way into the base. Meanwhile, it's going to be one more tier 3 turret should be taken out here, as the user, he decided to go against that. I thought maybe he was going to be a little bit brave there and take that opportunity. Lord has been melted down. It is still that early game Lord, right? So it's not as tanky as all of that. Once more opportunity. There's the Feathered Airstrike into the Tectonic Charge. The setup, the Black Dragon form. Everybody's been knocked down. It's going to be Gripteasy with a heavy spin, trying to force everybody away as they just managed to clear that minion wave. There's an opportunity still here to try and take this tier 3 turret, but they want to play safe a little bit. The wave is coming in here, and Nabi, can she get the opportunity to lock on here? She's trying to go for this. He's going to get caught out. Was this a little bit too much? I think it was. And the defense coming through. Feathered Airstrike from Phosphor just zoning everyone away. This should be the mid lane tier 3 turret and the bot lane, as well as Chaos Division. They've stuck around. They've managed to secure what they needed. They've taken down all the tier 3 turrets, but without Hanabi being present, no way to end the game just yet. Chaos Division still in the driving seat right now. Actually, very, very, very firmly so in the driving seat. As it's all about getting yourself into position. It's 20 seconds to go before those waves need to be pushed in order to secure the Lord uncontested. As you can see right now, they are making that move, Chaos Division. They're trying to gain the control. They know that once the wave equilibrium is on their side, everything is going to play more or less in their favor. Couple seconds more to go, as it's time for the second Lord of the game, and potentially a winning position for the side of Chaos Division. Fasa is providing some vision, knows that she's got the bird form and Purify to escape any potential lockdown. Now the engagement, they want to get the frog armor out, as the last Insanity has been committed. Fury of the Phoenix here to try to protect Master Merlin, but it's going to be the Tectonic Charge. Are they going to be able to get the chase down? There's the heavy spin into the backline. They do get the monster kill, but Yuzong gets taken down in response. Oh, there! Tectonic Charge. The chase is on, but no one was there. They're just there to follow up. It's the conceal play from Akai as he keeps himself alive, but the Lord is coming through, and it's going to be a straight 4v4 battle. The minion wave spawning up at just the right time here. It's godlike for this Fasa. There's the Feathered Airstrike once more, and the lock is on. It's a clean sweep going the way of Chaos Division.
Victory!
And with that being said, well played to both teams, and Chaos Division stepping up their game in the second matchup to be able to secure the victory in clean sweep style. So this means for just a moment in time, we're going to have the pause screen up and running, and we're going to get the next lobby set. It's going to be Empire Asylum up against Void G eSports, two teams that know each other very, 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 very well. Who is going to be taking this? Let's get into that setup and see. But with that being said, we'll be back in just a second.
Whispers in the static, feel it waking up. Something breaking loose tonight. Pressure building in my bloodstream, voices crawling through the machine. Every warning light flashing red, but I'm already past the edge. Running circuits through my veins now. Every silence screams too loud. Try to lock me underground. Still the noise comes crashing out. Can you feel it breaking through the system walls? Can you hear it when the final curtain falls? I won't back down, hear the sirens calling out. From the underground sound, we are rising up. Lights burn out, but the fire won't slow down. When the chaos gets loud, we are waking up. Wake up, wake up, static uprising. Every doubt turns into gasoline. Strike the match inside of me. You can try and shut it down, but the storm is permanent now. Broken codes and shattered control. Every scar just fuels my soul. If the world wants war tonight, then I'll meet it eye to eye. Feel the signal overload. No escape from what we chose. I won't back down, hear the sirens calling out. From the underground sound, we are rising up. Lights burn out, but the fire won't slow down. When the chaos gets loud, we are waking up. Cut the signal, kill the fear. Every shadow disappears. Let it go, let it ignite. This is where we come alive. I won't back down, feel the whole world shaking now. When the systems fall down, we are rising up. No shutdown, hear the revolution sound. From the lost and the loud, we are waking up. Static rising, nothing stops us now. Whispers in the static, feel it waking up. Something breaking loose tonight. Pressure building in my blood. Whispers in the static, feel it waking up. Something breaking loose tonight. Pressure building in my bloodstream. Voices crawling through the machine. Every warning light flashing red. But I'm already past the edge. Running circuits through my veins now. Every silence screams too loud. Try to lock me underground. Still the noise comes crashing out. Can you feel it breaking through the system walls? Can you hear it when the final curtain falls? I won't back down, hear the sirens calling out. From the underground sound, we are rising up. Lights burn out, but the fire won't slow down. When the chaos gets loud, we are waking up. Wake up, static uprising. Every doubt turns into gasoline. Strike the match inside of me. You can try to shut it down, but the storm is permanent now. Broken codes and shattered control. Every scar just fuels my soul. If the world wants war tonight, then I'll meet it eye to eye. Feel the signal overload. No escape from what we chose. I won't back down, hear the sirens calling out. From the underground sound, we are rising up. Lights burn out, but the fire won't slow down. When the chaos gets loud, we are waking up. Cut the signal, kill the fear. Every shadow disappears. Let it go, let it ignite. This is where we come alive. I won't back down, feel the whole world shaking now. When the systems fall down, we are rising up. No shutdown, hear the revolution sound. From the lost and the loud, we are waking up. Static rising. Nothing stops us now. Whispers in the static, feel it waking up. Something breaking loose tonight. Pressure building in my bloodstream. Voices crawling through the machine. Every warning light flashing red. But I'm already past the edge. Running circuits through my veins now. Every silence screams too loud. Try to lock me underground.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the stream. This is Waylander here bringing you game number 1 in this best of 3 match. It's Empire Asylum up against Void G eSports. as I said before we went on to a break a little bit, these two teams know each other very, very, very well. Have competed in the Queen of the Mountain tournament up against one another, though this is not the same side that was participating in Queen of the Mountain for the side of actually for both teams really. Right, but anyway, we've got our teams ready and set. The coin toss has been done. It was EMS who've won the coin toss, opting to go for the first pick, first ban. And we've already headed into the lobby bans as well. And it's Xborg, Leomord, Hilda, and Sora. Who's going to tell the teams good luck, have fun. And we're going to be heading into game number 1 in this best of 3. Stay tuned, everybody. Hold on to your seats. It is time to get ready to rumble. Game number 1. Let's head into the actual draft. Oh yeah, and just so you know, right, for things like the Academy and the smaller tournaments, we use the custom lobbies, but for Blacklist, for the AFL, we'll actually have a couple of tournament lobbies. So we're hoping to get we have 3 tournament lobbies, and so we're hoping to get about 6 tournament lobbies. We'll be able to run 6 games at the same time, so that's going to be quite interesting. It's almost going to be Waylander Gaming is almost going to be like having a DSTV where you can just kind of switch channels between what you want to watch. So there's a lot of games to go for that, and so stay tuned. Hope you're excited for that upcoming event. It's going to be a big one, but not to distract from the excitement that is here in front of us right now. As we can see the bans coming through already, it is Carrie who has not been seeing the light of day. 3rd first ban in a row. Camilla the follow-up, as Freya being taken out of the mix as well. And well, we got to see how strong Grok is, right? Grok is a nightmare to deal with, and Void was saying, yeah, we saw the last game what a Grok can do. Time to get rid of the Grok. So no Grok going to be in this particular matchup.
Payback
Your team
time.
is picking.
Tinashe going for the Fasa first pick. That leaves the door open for Zetian as the counter. Will we see Angelic Fury lock onto that Zetian? Fury of the Phoenix is, as we say, hardcore. The same with Gato with the Avatar of Guardian. If you're going to be patient enough, you can pick up that AOG onto the Feathered Airstrike to cancel things off. Jake's going for the Alice pick, and Genosis with the Belleric to try and lock down these 2 frontliners. The Wrath of Dryads is what you use to try to keep heroes like this in close proximity to one another. Orion with the next pick for the side of Empire Asylum. And it's a swap out with Princess on the Thalmos. We've seen Princess do some magical things on the Thalmos during the course of the Academy season. And as we know, Thalmos is one of those heroes who really enjoys fighting up against sustain heroes because of his ultimate. Angelic deciding to go for the Vexana. I thought the Zetian would have been
Sniper ready.
a surefire pick from the side of Void G, but they're going for a little bit more control, maybe with the Vexana. You're gonna have a decent wave clear up against the Fasa. At the same time, the Avatar of I'm saying Avatar of Guardian. Vex's ultimate, which is sort of like having a mini Lord, and just adds to the whole tankiness of the entire team. The bans are onto the MM or the gold lane, right? With Ixia interestingly being banned out, I think
Experience the euphony.
The side of EMS does not want to face up against the full barrage with the potential combo that Void have set. Lotus going for the Granger pick, and the trusted one, will this be the mobility coming through from the Iratel? Which means they've got tankiness and mobility into the mix. The same can be said with the CC here.
Make some noise for yours truly.
Just to be able to deal with Jake's on the XP lane. So Orion going for the CC pick. And the curtain call will be able to, if CC can get that curtain call onto, I think the two potential targets would be Vexana and Granger, try to lock them together if she can get into the back line. But if not, then you've got some decent targets here in the front line to lock out the Alice and the Gatto together. So CC, quite a clever pick coming through as Void G respond with the Suyu, who's been one of those monster picks in the jungle at this moment in time. High mobility, lots of damage. It's got some decent combos that you can use. Especially if you understand how that second skill works. You can switch it between tank killer mode and just burst mode, because it's a good skill to use, especially up against a Tharmos, because Tharmos waits until his health bar is low before he pops that ultimate. And when you use the second skill of Suyu in its non-enhanced form, it does HP based damage. So instead of, like, the most common way everybody uses the Suyu is with that second skill is where, you know, he just uses that for the slash. But if you can just tap it, it's there to burst down low HP heroes, because it does extra damage the lower the HP is of the person that you're using that skill against. But with that being said, let's get to see how this matchup is going to fare. As the battle for the mid lane control begins. So far on is pretty much even, but I think there was a little bit of, wait a minute, a little bit of a loss of minion here from the Farsa. Oh, nice stun up by Angelic onto Genosis. Meanwhile, there's the jungle invaders first blood, and this should be a small camp steal as well, as Farsa is going to be zoned away. Nicely done. Now they're placing pressure into the jungle. The chase is on. There's the follow-up. Princess in a lot of danger. Oh, we see another kill. Oh, it's the skill shot comes away, and but okay, she did manage to get the buff on the positive side. But this pressure early game from the side of Void G, 2 kills to the good. I mean, this is what you like to see very early on, these high-pressured games. There's going to be the engagement onto Orion on the CC. Juvia just getting set up, wants to try to land the taunt. Ooh, the dash back from Orion just at the right time. Meanwhile, the side of Void G, they've got themselves into a very strong position to contest and deal with this first turtle. Nicely done from them. They want to get the CC low. The stun up is in there. They do force out. Oh my goodness. That's going to be a pickoff on the CC as the turtle is up in 2-1 now. Though Juvia is quite low. Wants to stick around. But Alice trying to wait for that level 4. Wants to go for the Throne of Ruin. Will give Juvia some time to potentially heal back up. Throws a nice burst taunt onto Genosis, forcing away. And now the zoning already in position here from the side of Void G. Placing pressure, forcing everybody back as Princess is just trying to get the level 4 timing. And now the turtle uncontested going the side of Void G, as a nice decision making here from Shadex, choosing the opportunities to farm up the way you should farm up, taking the objectives in the jungle objectives in the correct order. There's the taunt coming through. AOG is available, but the Eternal Guardian saying you don't need to use your guard. I'm going to use my Guardian and secure a kill. It's 4 kills to the good. Void G I thought this was going to be a bit of a close match. To both players, both teams know each other very, very, very well. But Void G, they're executing the snowball strategy to their advantage. Now the engagement onto Thamus. The control is in there. He pops the Infernal, but the blade slash is coming through. Avatar of Guardian into the backline. But the mobility there from the Chosen One as manages to escape. There's the kill. Underneath the turret. Death Sonata coming through, but the escape is in there. Juvia with the revitalize as the side of Void G have to disengage from this, but they've given Granger the opportunity to eat some gold. Oh, Angelic got the buff. I thought that was Princess who managed to secure it at that first moment in time, but my word, Void G are executing the snowball strat to perfection so far. Once more, it's the battle for control of this mid lane. The moment you see the lane being cleared like this, you know, there's the invade coming. It's set up for it. But Princess with the pull, nicely done, just keeping the buff safe. Saying, I'm tired. I'm tired of this pressure being placed in the jungle all the time. Once more, it's towards the small camp. They're just not letting Princess farm up to any bit of safety at this moment in time. Juvia supplying the vision for everybody so that the team can get themselves ready and set. Will we see the rotation coming through from Jakes as the Chosen One is trying to supply some amount of vision? I'm not sure if EMS are going to try to come for the contest. Jakes with that early rotation just forcing Farsa away. Use the bird bomb to get to safety. This should be an uncontested lot as it's going to be the taunt coming up. Nicely timed. Will we see the Throne of Ruin coming in? Yes, we do. There's the engagement. It's a killing spree for Suyu. The chase is on. Beleric is underneath the turret. 1 HP away. Can they get this done? AOG does manage to land. It's a double kill for Suyu. Death Sonatas are raining in a plenty. It's a 4-for-nothing exchange with the turtle. They should get the bot lane turret. Jakes is trying to make sure that they can take the mid lane as well. But I don't think there's going to be enough minions to get this done. It's a turret for turret exchange. But the way Empire Asylum are getting dragged around the map, Void G. My G. That's deadly stuff coming out from them. I mean, turret for turret trade, right? I mean, CC did the best that CC could do at that moment in time. The quick rotation from Jakes obviously opened up the opportunity for that, but it set up with a 4-for-nothing exchange. Wrath of rides into the mix. The vengeance has been popped. Princess has to try to escape. The feathered airstrike is there, but there's the AOG as we expected. Taunt does land as Irithel tried to get something done, but this is 11-for-nothing right now. Crazy stuff from Void G at this moment in time. Well, they were telling me that they've been working hard for the Academy season. Oh, the dash comes in there, but Shadex missing it. Orion is quite low, but the skill shot comes in as Jake secures the objective. However, potential to go in for the Throne of Ruin for a Feathered Airstrike is into the mix. Eternal Guardian as well. That mini Lord is in there. There should be a ton of take it on. Genosis is quite low. Oh, and that's where Shadex coming in there. Oh my goodness, and killing spree for Jake saying, no, you're not escaping from this. As his 14 kills to the good and potential for this mid lane turret to be taken down. The turtle has been sacrificed here for that top lane turret. I'd say that was a decent trade because map control at this stage of the game is, my personal opinion, right, is map control once you hit towards the third turtle is more important than the third turtle. It's nice to be able to get both, right? But if you're given an option to trade, personally I like map control because we're heading into that point in time where I guess gold lead does matter and you do need that extra bit of gold that comes in from the turtle. But if you're the side of Void G, you wouldn't be too stressed about the gold. You've got the gold lead yourself. You just need the map control. So they traded that quite well, as now Princess into the mix here is going to get caught. Oh, there's the Eternal Guardian, defend the airstrike into the mix, where we see the AOG coming through. It catches on to 3. The taunt is in there. It's a killing spree coming through as Tanashi is taken down. Mega kill for Jakes there on this Alice. Mid lane is being pressured in. Death Sonata from Lotus just trying to find that right angle to get it done, but Jakes is chasing Princess down, zoning away from the buff, has the mobility to escape, but this is going to be mid lane turret taken down, red buff being stolen, 40 seconds to go for the Lord. Void G in a commanding position right now. Yo, so very strong showing from them. Yeah, the Mommy MJ, just to answer that, I left the Academy registrations pretty much open, because like anybody who needed to change, it's more for the learning experience, because everyone right now is getting ready for the big stage, for the official African qualifiers coming through very shortly. Oh, nice play coming in here from Tham, who's just managing to escape. Now everybody is quite low. CC's trying to get something done, but I don't know how Juvia survived that with 1 HP. Now the turnaround. Jakes is so low. That's another 1 HP escape, as the zoning has been done. Can they take this turret down? That's the question. The minion is too low. They're going to have to retreat. Yeah, so I left the registrations, as long as people tell me in advance, like a few days in advance, that they want to add or change someone from the roster. Because like I said, right, the official... oh, nice feathered airstrike coming in from Tanashi, but there's Juvia with the zoning. They do manage to secure this, but I don't think they want to stick around to fight this one. Wrath of Dryads is into the mix here, as it's there's the avatar of Guardian coming through. Tanashi's gonna escape on the bird farm almost. Just a sliver of HP. And that's a 2-for-0 exchange. And the Lord going the way of Void G. So Mommy MJ, it's nice to use this time as, like, for what it's used for. Preparation, right? The road to the M series begins in a couple of weeks' time. In just over 2 weeks. 2.5 weeks' time. And I hope that our South African the South African regional teams can showcase what they're made of, and hopefully put our region onto the map. Because I mean, many people have been promising that they to get this up and running and set, and well, it's time for the community to deliver. Because as much as us organizers can do what we do, it really comes down to you, the players, and all the effort that you put in terms of practicing and getting yourselves ready is highly appreciated. It's just time to showcase all of this, as hopefully we can get Moonton to agree to some of the things that we've been asking for. So Lord was taken, but successfully, I would say, defended by the side of Empire Asylum. Who right now would be a bit worried, because they need to get a kill on the bot. There's opportunity for this, and the longer this game goes on, there's a greater chance of coming back. But I mean, this is what, a 9k gold lead in favor of Void G. They set themselves up in this snowball kind of capacity, and they really are going for it right now. Pressure being piled on. It's like pressure on top of pressure on top of pressure. Into the jungle itself. They're just freezing the lanes, as you can see. Not getting it first. Oh, it's godlike for the Granger. Feathered airstrike is in the mix as they're trying to force the Granger back out. But it's Irithel with the shutdown kill, but it's going to be taken out by Vexana. But that shutdown gold is something that they would definitely be looking at the side of Empire Asylum. But it is a 2-for-1 exchange in favor of Void G.
Blue team turret has been destroyed.
And with this, all tier 2 turrets have been taken out. And, well, we can say that it's going to be a difficult defense. I don't know if Empire Asylum are going to be able to try to contest for this. The zoning being done from the side of Void G, definitely on point. Oh, look at the control. There's the Eternal Guardian, Throne of Ruin, Avatar of Guardian with a follow-up. They want to chase down this Irithel, but Irithel has the mobility to escape. It's Genosis who's taken out. The Curtain Call lands onto 2, but they do manage to get the Granger in response. As a princess went in there 2v1, just trying to force everybody, but the taunt comes through. It's unstoppable for the Throma Juvia. Oh, it's Jake's into the mix here, just forcing everybody back. But Irithel, with the wraparound play, senses an opportunity to take down the mage. There's the curtain call coming through, but somehow Vixana is escaping. Just the curtain call onto 1, but no, CC says it's finally time to take out the Vixana. Throne of Ruin locking on, as it's a double kill for Shade X on the Suyu. Having a nice time, goes in there. It's a triple. Will we see the Maniac? Oh my goodness, shut down for Genosis. It's a 3-for-4 exchange. The Lord is in here, as Shade X will try to get the lock onto the turret. Throws the stun out, wants to get a little bit more damage, has the mobility to escape. That's the mid lane turret taken out here, as Lotus into the mix here, allows them to take another tier 2 turret, tier 3 turret, sorry. Base has been opened up, but I don't know if they have the numbers available to end this. I don't think so, not with the respawn timers from the side of Empire Asylum, who live to fight another day. Well, Mommy MJ, it's they managed to get 5. But the strategy that you're watching here from the side of Void G is known as the snowball strategy. It's a particular way of drafting and playing, and if you are not aware of how it works, it's, as you can see, very, very, very devastating. Well, the Eternal Guardian is into the mix there. AOG is still being set. Irithel is quite low, but has the ability to heal a bit up here in terms of, doing some basic attacks. Because does have Heart's Claw as the items. The side of Empire Asylum picking up those anti-heals that you were talking about, because you've got a lot of sustain that comes out from the Alice specifically. Still one tier 3 turret into the mix. Void G a little bit undisciplined in terms of allowing the waves to push through at this stage in the game. Giving that little bit of extra farm, but there's the engagement here to Princess, who's forced back. Pops the Infernal ultimate just to stay safe, but Orion could be caught out here. He is going to get caught out. There's the feathered airstrike, but we see the counters coming through. There's the Avatar of Guardian. Oh, but everybody just flickers out of the way, but the chase is on. Princess is taken out. Genosis trying to escape, but they're still trying to hunt. Jakes is in the front line there with the Mini Lord pushing through into the base. Are they going to go for this Void G? They have the numbers advantage. They've got the wave. Can they get the lock on? They're trying to spread out for this here, but they got to be careful of this Irithel, who has that big wave clear. Oh, Shade X goes in and lost skills. Shade X with the play, as Lotus is just trying to dance around here and lock onto the base, and that is first blood the way off Void G.
Victory!
My goodness, what a performance from them in the first game. Oh, not all hope is lost for the side of Empire Asylum. We're going to have the second lobby up and running and set for you, as we will head into the second game and see, will Empire Asylum be able to come back and make this 1-1 and take us into the third game, or will Void G continue with the dominant performance that we have seen from them and take this in another clean sweep for the evening? Stay tuned, everybody. We're going to have the next lobby up and running right now. Alright, so we're going to get the players to swap sides, as I'm sure they know they need to. And with that, it is time to get ready. And let me not forget to unlock this mythic battle lobby, which I sometimes tend to do. And some nice respect from the teams here. As we're gonna get the lobby bans into the mix. I know we've been asked to wait for a minute. Yeah, we can wait for a minute. We can do that. So we'll be just waiting that minute as players are deciding to. We're waiting for Tanashi to swap across. I think Tanashi was like, I'm trading now. No, I'm teasing. I'm teasing. Right, so we are heading into the lobby bans right now. As you can see, Sora and Leo as the first bans coming through from the side of Void G. So sticking to that Leo and Sora bans from the previous matchup, and it's Xborg and Vexana. So Xborg being banned out and Vex the respect ban coming through by a princess. And so let's just wish the teams good luck, have fun, and we're gonna head into this next game. Game number 2, Void G up against Empire Asylum. Here we go. Angelic Fury this time round with the first ban in the drafting phase. And the first bans are very revealing in terms of what we expect to be picked up in these drafts.
I am a daughter of Northern Vale. Your team.
Once again, it's the Freya ban, which I'm starting to suspect is a respect ban because they've been banning it out quite quickly. Not waiting to see what the first couple of bans are going to be like to decide whether they should ban it out or not. They're just going straight out and saying, all right, let's ban this.
True love is like blood.
Your team is banning.
My kiss. Will
Your
it
team
grant
is
immortality or death?
Allow me to lead the charge. Your team is picking.
With that being said, it's Juvia going for the
mighty oaks from little acorns grow.
The night sky tells all.
Your team is picking.
with the Hilda pick coming through, and nice plays, nice picks coming in from the side of Empire Asylum, going for the Belleric and Esme, just to be able to sustain through a lot of the pressure that can come the way of everyone, with especially with the Esme and the Bella, especially with the Hilda and the Phoveus. But Phoveus, as we know, is one of those heroes who I believe is quite strong. You know, it's a definite strong pick coming through. Angelic Fury on the Zushin, which is there to deal with the Belleric and the Esme, just to make their life a little bit harder. And having Jakes and Juvia pick up those frontliners, that's all you need is a little bit of extra protection. The trusted one going for the Xavier pick. Now, Xavier is a decent enough hero when it heads into the late game, but in the early game has a certain amount of control but lacks the damage, really. Though I suppose you could use that second skill, first skill combination to give the Belleric and the Esme that little bit of extra movement speed. So it could work out as a combination. Let's see how this is going to play out. Harley and Leslie, the final bands coming through. And Orion this time going for the swap out, saying, yeah, took Suyu the last time, I'm taking it this time. Oh, okay, well, yeah, I can see it's a bit of a swap out in terms of who's going to what lane. Nolan, if you see the Nolan pick, right, this is one of my favorite picks, is Nolan. I feel that Nolan's been a little bit underrated in terms of what we've seen in terms of the picks, right? Right now, the only person Nolan has to really worry about is Genosis on the Belleric, because you're going to need some amount of control to lock the Nolan down, otherwise he goes a bit wild. Personally, I use Nolan in to my heart's content whenever there's not that much lockdown. And Wrath of Dryads, because it has such a long ultimate, I'm not saying animation, sorry. Nolan, as long as Nolan has the blue buff, you're not going to have any problems. Because Nolan is very energy dependent as a hero. So you have to have the blue buff. He's blue buff dependent. So if you're the side of Empire Asylum, you'd be thinking of trying to place as much pressure as you can around the blue buff, because the more you can deny Nolan the blue buff, the less effective he's going to be. Otherwise, that combination with the second skill fracture basic attack, or rather there's a whole lot of combos. The one I personally favor on the Nolan is going in with the fracture, the ultimate basic attack, first skill, second skill, and out. And you can actually, with that combination, you can melt a tank. But that's enough of me glazing the Nolan. Let's head into the match to see how this is going to turn out. Will we see Void G use that snowball comp that they went for? They've got the heroes to do it, especially with the mid lane duo that they have. It's the Hilda and Zushin, who are very good at getting the snowball comp set up. So Xavier doing what we would expect, right? Which is just allowing the Zushin to clear wave first. Meanwhile, first blood happens in the bot lane. Tanashi with the lane swap takes out Jakes, and we were seeing once again the pressure being placed. Flicker comes back. Nice first skill combination from the Xavier, forcing Juvia back, but it's Nolan going in here, wants to try to get this control, does manage to secure it as they are trying to get the taunts on, but it's very difficult to catch a Nolan who is, highly mobile. Nice from Lotus as she just secures and makes sure that the farm is going the way that they would expect. And as we can see, the setup and execution here from the side of Void G with that snowball composition, very much on point. They have definitely been practicing it, but Lotus taking way too much damage from Princess. The team is here to respond as they manage to catch out the Suyu. He used the dash, he doesn't have the ultimate to escape, and there's a pick off. It was this is the consequence of using that snowball strat. It means that the jungler has to go for this aggressive play to try to get to level 4, and it creates the opportunity for those pickups as once more pressure being placed in. They don't want to allow this to go through. There's another kill, and it's going to be the small camp stolen as well. The rotation here from the side of Void G. My goodness. Now onto the jungler. The Fracture's still available. Oh, no. Fracture has been committed from the Nolan. And this is going to be 3-1 exchange in their favor across the map. And should be uncontested turtle. Though the blue, as you can see, right, the energy is not quite there. So Nolan has to be a bit careful. Vengeance coming out here from Genosis. But this control from the side of Void G as they take down another. But Lotus having a hard time up against Hanabi here. Princess on the gold lane, being a real princess, shall we say. Keeping hope alive and the gold lead within a very reasonable touching distance. As you can see, Hanabi with 1.7k at this moment in time. Only Juvia is higher. Which is, I mean, you didn't expect the roam to be that high. But when the roam's been collecting or securing our kills, then, you know, you expect them to pick up the gold. Battle for mid lane once more from these two teams. Hilda just allowing Zushin to clear this mid lane wave. There was a possibility for some zoning action, but it looks like they want to continue this aggressive strategy. The chase is on here. Fracture comes out. Now the block of Shadex manages to get back to safety. Russell Drive is into the mix, but they want to go in. Do they have the damage? No. The Vengeance comes out, but Suyu is into the mix. The Revitalize is there. Crimson Lantern comes out from Angelic as they're piling on pressure. Once again, like the first game, the side of Void G. So for this... And the jungle invade is on. This is going to be extra blue buff. The way of Nolan. Retribution is there. It has been secured. But they're continuing with this fight. Fulvius with those Super Mario jumps. Fracture does come out. But the shield is there from the Esmeralda. Just to make sure no harm done other than the objective. Which was the blue buff. Nice stunt here from the Trusted One. Engagement onto Suyu, who's being forced back. There's a 2-level advantage the way of Shade X, and once more they're forcing Suyu back. Hilda into the mix, throws out the ultimate. Wrath of Dryas does come in here. This is an opportunity now for Empire Asylum to get something done. It's going to be a 3-for-1 exchange as Princess comes in with the cleanup. And that's not what you want to see if you're the side of Void G. You don't want a Hanabi to be fed like this. 3.5, 3.6k gold in the bank. Already Corrosion Sight being completed. We'll start and pull the turtle. Crimson Lantern comes in there. Oh, but they get the pick off here onto Trusted One. Are they going to get the kill? Trusted One trying to escape. It's a killing spree for Angelic. Now, opportunity to place pressure onto the mid lane. They do have the wagon. Nolan trying to get that bit of an advantage in there, but nice pull from... oh, the Wrath of Dryads! But Nolan with the mobility to escape. Meanwhile, Princess seizing the opportunity to try to put pressure in here and manages to take down a turret as Lotus made the rotation across. And Princess opens the map up for the side of Empire Asylum, saying, we're not going down without a fight. They've equalized the gold lead. And now it's anybody's game. Death Sonatas coming through here as Princess. They're trying to bait out Hilda going in. Will we see the dive onto the turret? There's the shutdown. They knew they had to try to take out Princess. She was on fire in this game. This Nabi is quite deadly, not gonna lie. Nice stun up from Trusted One, catching on to 2. But Suyu with the potential, he was very clever, right? Decided he knew that there was opportunity to try to seize control of the mid lane. But with the team just making the rotation across. But Void, oh, the fracture from Shade X. My word, gets the blow up in the mid lane. And that's going to be mid lane turret taken down. And a kill as the wave cut comes through. Very clever play here. Just making sure that that last little bit of HP from that wave is not going to get taken out. But you can't overextend. It's turtle in under 10 seconds time. But Empire Asylum, they've got that Hanabi in the back line. That's the ace up the sleeve. They want to try to get her set and ready. She's been coming in hot and heavy in terms of the bull. We're being forced back here, but this is the opportunity. There's small space where we see the ninjutsu coming through. They're forcing everybody away. Dawning Light coming through, but there's the knockup from the Phobius. He's zoning everybody away. They managed to take down. It's a 2-for-1 exchange. Could be more as they chase it down. It's a 2-for-2 exchange, but potential to take this Lord. Once again, Hanabi coming to the forefront with the damage, but you can't count out the Trusted One with that setup in the narrow space. Now the jungle invade is on. Esme wants to place pressure in here. He's going to get controlled up, but now the damage output. Dawning Light into the mix. Can they get this done? Retribution being used by Shade X, but this is no retribution for this buff, and this is the buff that you don't want to lose if you're a Nolan. However, Hilda into the mix. The fracture comes out, and it's stolen by the Suyu. That means neutralized Nolan for the next couple of minutes. This game very, very back and front. It can go anyway. Even though, you know, the gold lead is in favor of Void G. It's slight. The kill count is a bit more in their favor. And having the mid lane turret open, yes. But in terms of this mad team fight potential, the side of Empire Asylum, they've got a very, very strong composition for this. And they really don't mind yet. As long as the game stays messy like it is, this plays to their advantage. Boy G now using what I call the pendulum rotation, trying to equalize the turrets on the top lane, and managing to do so. With the drag back now, it's a Nolan high mobility to be able to get back, but you know, not the mobility to go into an engagement. As we said, losing the blue buff is quite big if you're going to beat a Nolan. Now it's Phobius up against the Esmeralda. It's quite tanky. Oh, but the pullback is in there. Esme with the shield just in time. Oh, but Juvia with the axe hit to the head takes out Esmeralda, and this is at a dangerous time. Oh, the knockup onto Princess, who has to try to go for the reposition here. Yes, the shield does have Aegis available as well. Picking up the Sea Halbert. But oh, there's the chases on. Do they manage to take Shade X? Yes, they do. Nice play coming through from Empire Asylum as they take out the jungle, which means opportunity to take this Lord, but the zoning already being done here, the setup from the side of Void G, just there as a preventative measure, just to make sure that they're going to give Nolan time to respawn. But once again, this is going to be Nolan with no blue buff. Now the force is on here. Esmeralda is quite low. Will Tadashi be taken out? He's sustaining through a lot of this here. Raz managed to escape as Jakes is the one taken out. It's going to be the mid lane that's been eaten up. But meanwhile, Hanabi trying to gets taken down. And the Lord down to half HP. But Juvia trying to give the vision in here. There's no way to really come in for the contest, but they don't know that Nolan has to recall. Genosis trying to provide vision. The Lord has been reset. Juvia here just tanking like a beast on this Hilda. Forcing everybody back. Oh, gets the killing spree here set up for Lotus. The turnaround is in there. But the skill shot comes through as it's going to be Juvia somehow managing to survive through this. Can they get this onto Suyu? Oh, Suyu and a turnaround. It's a double. My word, this game can go literally anyway. This is a game on a knife edge. Lord has been started up. Will we see Jakes come in here for the delay? They might want to do that because the Lord does hurt. He has the opportunity to disrupt this, but with the Nabi there, it could be too dangerous. And they secure the objective uncontested. And with that, the game has now swung in the favor of Empire Asylum with this Lord. Could we see the 1-1? That's the big question. Now they're nice wave equilibrium for the most part. They're going to try to even this up. Want to try and take down these tier 2 turrets. This wave equilibrium dragging the side of Void G across. That's the mid lane turret being taken out here. There's no holy shields available, but they need to get this wave clear into the mix. The Lord is in here, and Nabi is just waiting patiently to try to get even more. And oh, but Angelic was setting up the mega kill. However, at the side of EMS won't be too stressed about this. They'll be like, yeah, we're not too worried. We're just here to try to take objectives. Losing one player as they take down one. It's going to be Shadex trying to get something done in the jungle. Is been taken out of the equation. They have to try to defend this, right? Was Void G, because the map is now fully opened to Empire Asylum. And as things stands, looks like we could be heading our way into a third game. The goal lead now very, very strongly in the favor of Empire Asylum, and with the composition they have, this is a big late game scaling composition. Why do you feel tense, Mommy MJ? Does this right now? It's about. When you look at it, right, and you're looking at the game, you have to understand that the power spikes for certain heroes are at a certain time. Granted, execution needs to be there. The only way that there can be a turnaround is if Void G managed to pick off either the Xavier or the Hanabi early on. That's the real two targets, the prime two targets. And so their positioning must be sorted. But if you think about it, they don't have the setup for a backline dive, and they have been denying Shadex on the Nolan the blue buff. And with the zoning being done here already, and the wave push coming through from Tanashi on the Esme, even though Tanashi will be taken down, right, I don't think the side of Empire Asylum will be too upset about it, because you're going to get a free Lord, and by the time the Lord spawns up, Tanashi will be up and running once more. So the wave pushes. It's difficult for the side of Void G to pull this one back. If I was Void G right now, it's all about camping. You're gonna have to try to camp properly, just to make sure you get the opportunity to take out your real targets. But the target at this moment in time has to be Princess on the Hanabi, because that's the person that you expect to melt the base. They've got a nice Lord pull going, Void G, just trying to give themselves or buy enough time to defend this tier 3 turret, which they are doing for the most part. I mean, look at this Lord pull. This is perfect. However, there's the combination play coming through. Wrath of Dryads. The Lord pull staying around a little bit too long, but somehow Phovius is trying to sustain through all of this. It's going to be a 2-for-1 exchange. Mid lane has been taken down, but it's the Nabi being left. Oh, but look at that from Orion. Unstoppable on the Suyu. Went in at the right time, got the pickup. This should be one more turret, and actually potential to end this. The minion wave is coming through, but they've got the number advantage, and they've got the wave advantage, and they've got the Hanabi. Right, so it's going to be the lock on to the base. As you can see, we're heading into a game number 3.
Victory!
I will say this, Jubia on the Hilda, very, very, very well deserved MVP there. Tanked through. I mean, I'm quite surprised to see how much you have tanked through. It's 124k damage in this time frame. That's huge. So there was some good tanking coming through, and it's the trusted one picking up the MVP. Those second skill, first skill sets. Actually, was it first skill, second skill set has been very, very much on point. Like I said, we're heading into game number 3. Let's get this set and sorted as we get the teams into the lobby. Oh, wait. I invited the wrong person. Alright, we'll sort it out. We'll sort it out. Alright, so it's going to be the swap out again. So far, it's been both teams that have had the second ban, second picks that have won the game. Will this be a theme in the third one? It's all to play for between the two teams. Let's get to see what's happening. Waiting for... Oh, wait. Should I not invite Princess? As we'll just wait for the final few players to come in and okay, there everybody started off with the lobby bans. So it's Xborg and Vex, and we're gonna wait for Void G to bring in their lobby bans. Alright, a bit of a swap out. It's Baba Clueless joining the party, as we really are in the pressure seat right now. It really is all to play for. So Princess is in, Baba Clueless is out. Okay, no swapping. Alright. So we've got everything ready and set, and we're just gonna wait for Void's lobby bans. Okay, it's Hilda and Sora coming through. So Xborg, Vexana, Hilda, and Sora. As we can all see that Princess was getting data. Alright, so just once more. Xborg, Vexana, Hilda, and Sora. We're heading into the actual banning phase. While this is here, just give me a second and I'll be back with you in a moment while we can just follow the draft.
True love is like blood.
Your team is banning.
I am a daughter of Northern Vale.
Your team
I
is
swear
banning.
to protect it till my last breath.
I've been waiting for too long. Your team is banning.
Mighty oaks from little acorns
Your team
grow.
is picking.
We are glue.
Your team is picking.
Mischief!
Welcome to the greatest magic show of
My
all time.
kiss.
Your
Will it
team
grant
is picking.
immortality or death?
For honor.
It ain't just a game.
Your
You
team
gotta
is
fight
picking.
for yourself.
My apologies for that. As we're back up and running again. It's interesting with the Tig and the God. Those two can combine quite nicely. And provide a good combination to take down the Alice, because the Mystic Gush from God is, I mean, does huge amounts of damage.
Valor and royalty in a dead body.
Is banning.
Lotus this time round taking away the Hanabi from Princess, who was very deadly with that Hanabi, I must say. Jadex going for the early Harley pick, which can be used to counter the God, but you've got to escape that the Mystic Ball stun that comes through. Leomord being removed, because Leomord would actually work very nicely with the implosion play from Tig. But let's see what the picks are going to be. Juvia going for the sustain. Minnow does combine very nicely with the Alice. And how are we going to see a Mia? I mean, I haven't seen a Mia in tournament setups in very, very long. And looks like Princess got some very nice skins here. Locks onto the Clint, and Orion saying, yeah, I didn't do too badly with the Suyu the last game, let's go for it now. And Angelic with the high mobility Lilia, this is going to be high pressure if you are up against a Lilia. Lilia is one of those super aggressive mid laners. Let's see how this is going to play out, though there is a lot of magic damage on the side of Void G. Well, let's see how Empire Asylum strategized to deal with it. So Hanabi trading hands this time round between Lotus and Princess. Let's see who is going to come out on top in that gold lane battle that we've got to witness. It is the third game, 1-1 for those of you who are just tuning in right now. All to play for. It's do or die for both teams. It's been the team that has come in second, or picked second, that has had the better time in both matches. Is this going to be the case in the third? Or will Empire Asylum break the voodoo? The voodoo, and be able to clutch this out in reverse sweep fashion? Let's get to see. King of Football, welcome to the stream. So, Empire Asylum deciding to give Suyu a little bit of help here, taking this buff, and that will potentially delay God hitting that timing of level 2. I lost a minion, so that's going to be no level 2 for the God, as the side of Void G are already in this early game setup. Juvia wants to try to pull the small camp, maybe get the setup for them to try to steal it and delay with some farm. Jake's with the rotation. Now the invade is on here. Harley with a quick play across, decided to not go for the buff. They're coming in for an early game invade with potential mobility. Oh, but it's Jake's who's in a lot of danger, has to use the vengeance to stay alive, but without the small camp behind the blue buff, is Orion's forced right now to make some decisions as to how to get level 4. Has to rotate across all this way. Genosis trying to provide some cover here for Princess, because Hanabi, Lotus, I mean, it seems that the Hanabis have been doing very well in these games. Oh, but there's the engagement here. Could this be first blood? Oh, Jake's with us. Just a 1 HP escape from Tanashi there, as the side of Void come in to protect their gold laner from a potential gank. As trusted one, trying to clear the wave here before the Zetchian can. It's a battle for level 4 between the two as Zetchian hits that level 4. Now has Fury of the Phoenix available. Now the chase is on. They want to go in. Deadly Magic onto the Glue, but Glue has that mobility to escape. So Deadly Magic has been cast and committed. It's a... Oh, is this a pause thing? I think it is. Let me just find out. I saw a thumbs up. Whenever you see the thumbs up, you know it's time to pause. Yeah, you were right. It wasn't the Mia. Oh, it's Empire Asylum's Tigreal. That's AFK. So it's Empire Asylum's Tig that is AFK. You get 5 minutes of pause right throughout the game. So hopefully that can be sorted out. As quickly as possible, right? Because no one wants to use their entire 5-minute pause. It also throws the game off a little bit. And I mean, this is the Academy. The purpose of... it has that... Okay, no, everybody's back and running. Yeah, so the purpose of all this, as I was saying, right, is just to make sure that everybody can practice and get ready for, you know, big events like the AFL, like Blacklist. These are massive tournaments. I mean, they come in with like AFL's got about a 3K cash prize pool. They have some decent amount of prize pools, and also at the same time, it's it plays a part as to what happens in our scene. So here it's just full-on practice, and I'm glad to see the improvements from the teams. As there's Tig gonna be spotted out, takes a bit of poke damage. Princess trying to return the poke damage. Meanwhile, it is a 2v1 situation on Jake's on the Alice on the top lane. They don't want to allow this Alice to get fed. Vengeance once more coming out as Alice being zoned away from farm. And I mean, that's the thing with the Alice. She needs that XP and that extra bit of gold. Rotations coming across here as once more the mid lane being pressured in by Zetchian, who is one of the best at dealing with this extra bit of poke damage from range. But there's the engagement onto Minnow, who dashes back to safety. Alice into the mix here. Is she going to pop the Throne of Ruin? Yes, she does. The Minnow and Fury with a setup into the Fury of the Phoenix. The layering on point. However, Suyu with the damage. It's going to be a 1-for-1 exchange, but trusted one. Oof. Escaping just barely. Now it's going to be the Deadly Magic. They force back the Suyu, but the control is onto Shadex, and the stun onto 2. Will we see the follow-up as it's going to be a takedown here from this Glue? We should pay for it with his life. No, it doesn't. Tadashi with the flicker escape. Oh my goodness. But here once more, if you're the side of Empire Asylum, you need to be a little bit careful, because the power spike timing for the side of Void G comes from the Minnow, and it's overextension from Lotus, walks into the stun and Mystic Gush, and now it's Empire Asylum. They've not had an early game where they've been in control in the first two games, but this third one is definitely going in their favor. Harley going in there, gets the steal, Throne of Ruin comes through. There's going to be the implosion play, deadly magic, but somehow the escape is here from Masuyu. The mobility too high just to get away. It's going to be Glue coming back in there. The zoning away done by Jake, just forcing everybody back. It's a Glue caught out in the midst of everything, gonna be stunned up, but should have the health to escape. Oh, but Alice says no, I want to go for this. Tadashi is so low, but can he escape? He's just like a little blob monster escaping. Manages to get to the safety of the turret. But with the this is quite surprising when you look at it, right? The kills are in favor of Empire Asylum, but the gold, I think it was with that turtle steal. Oh, nice stun coming out. Mystic Gush does not manage to land. The ability to go for the... No, implosion play was... Oh, actually it was. Implosion and Flicker was there. But Genosis opting against using it. Meanwhile, Jake's there, securing a turret on the top lane by using the opportunity of Glue's rotation to push once more the deadly magic coming out from Shade X. But nobody being picked off with it just yet. Oh, but look at this from Hanabi. The chase is on. Orion came in there to try to deal with the Hanabi, but Hanabi is so deadly. Still has the Aegis. And it's looking like the reverse Hanabi game, because this time around we have to watch out for Lotus, who's on 4.2k gold. That's crazy. Now putting pressure in here. Knows that the Aegis is available. Aegis has been popped. The flicker had to come out from Princess in order to reposition the shield. Massive there. But the setup is around this next turtle. And the gold lead, 2k in Empire's Void G's advantage. Jake's with the zoning here. Minnow trying to stop Glue, who's been hard focusing Shade X on that Harley. Just trying to stop. There's going to be the implosion play into the backline. The Throne of Ruin has been committed. But Zetchian, with the Fury of the Phoenix, gets to the steal. Now the chase is on. Glue grabs onto Minnow. The chase is into the jungle. But I don't think there's going to be any kills in here as everybody manages to disengage more or less to a certain degree of safety. But opportunity right now to put the pressure onto this mid lane. The wave clear from God is, as we know with God, quite fantastic. Keeping that mid lane turret safe. But like I said, a lot comes down to the power spike timing. So if you're looking at about, it should be another 4 minutes or so before Minnow picks up that Flask of Oasis. Then things get very deadly if you're the side of Empire Asylum. So you have to cater for that. And if we're taking the items, it's Glue with the anti-heal and the glowing wand. You're going to need a rush playthrough for the Dom Ice. Meanwhile, pressure being placed onto the bot lane as Minnow, Juvia into the mix, gets the stun onto 2. There's the follow-up. Minnow and Fury is in there. It's a 2-for-0 exchange here in the bot lane. Chase is on. Genosis is trying to get the block onto this mid lane turret, but the wave cut coming through. Knowing they have the numbers advantage, Jake's is going to have to try to protect the mid lane because Empire Asylum very cleverly saw an opportunity to take this mid lane, but Alice pops the vengeance early as it's going to be another tower taken down, and it's Genosis as well. And this is going to be no tank, but should be up and ready, spawned and able to contest for the Lord. It's going to be the first Lord of the game as Jakes is trying to chase down. Oh, the deadly magic does land, but it's the slash and dash from Suyu, getting him to safety. Now pressure being placed onto the mid lane. This is the map now opened up. The game has swung in the favor of
Red team turret has been destroyed.
Void G. Lord, as we know, still up and running. But it's all about the control that you need. Tinashe did seize this opportunity to take the at least one turret in favor of Empire Asylum, but This is looking very, very, very tight. I can't actually say which way this game is going to go. It could go either direction. Zetchin being pulled back, and they do get the kill. And this is before the Lord. This is now positional advantage, numbers advantage going the way. Oh, the flicker implosion. Play catches up to two. The Mystigash into the mix. Oh my goodness, Manoa and Fury in there. But the turnaround is it's going to be kills. Got plenty going in every direction. Trusted one somehow manages to survive. Juvia is taken out. It's a 3-for-2 exchange. It's only Shade. Oh, Shade X that is still alive here with Jakes, and now opportunity to take this Lord uncontested. This game is on a knife edge, literal knife edge. But Shade X wants to go in, throws out a bit of damage, knows that she's been winning these retry battles. Zetchin into the mix. Oh, but this time Suyu gets the retry, clutch retry at the right time. My word. This could we have asked for a better third game? Everything is into the mix. We're heading towards that timing there. You can see Flask of Oasis. We did calculate it. It was that 3 to 4 minute timing as Juvia has picked it up. This could be a big game. Oh, it's going to be the deadly magic. This time around, getting the right target, Shadex. God has been a problem this entire game. Trusted One's positioning has been very much on point. But it's not all lost for the side of Empire Asylum. They still have this Lord. They want to try to maximize it as it's Hanabi trying to defend against Princess Granger here as this princess has been chased back. But it's going to be Suyu onto the turret. But you can't go in on Hanabi. Hanabi, oh, the retribution keeping him alive. Meanwhile, the chase is on. Deadly magic comes out once more. And it's not just the defense, but the pickoffs from the side of Void G. This is going into the late game. This is going late game. This is going to have not even extra time, overtime, undertime if there was such a thing as well. This is all the time. My word. Look at the damage output from Lotus right now. Got the Trinity completed and the Malefic gun. Eesh. Shadex with the camp. Just waiting patiently. The bait is on. Oh, nice. A stick ball coming through from Tanashi. Knows that it's the waitress there. Is this going to be done? Can this be done? To see it's unstoppable. But the Harley is going to get taken out. Shadex has been removed from the battle here. I don't know if it's going to say it's worth it. It was a shutdown kill. So that did reduce the gold lead somewhat, but it's the map control that really is the question. 40 seconds to go for the next Lord. We can check the balls that everybody is heading towards. Nice here from Jakes with the Oracle. That combines with the Flask of Oasis ever so beautifully. And I would say the Queen's Wings from Suyu Orion could be what it needs for that, just that tiny bit of extra sustain, because you're gonna need something to deal with Hanabi right now, because Hanabi is, I think, almost full build. Now the engagement, they're trying to get onto Hanabi. They do manage to get the grab with the implosion, but the drag is underneath the turret. Fury of the Phoenix Glue is taken down. The battle continues. It's a 3-for-1 exchange, and with this uncontested Lord, though, I think Shadex will be trying to scream at Hanabi saying, I need some help. But Juvia is here to provide that little bit of heal. As the side of Void G, I mean, this is one of the things I do like to see, right? If anybody wants to know one of the things that I do like to see, it's this. It's when you have the numbers advantage and you know it's uncontested objective. Not everybody needs to be there taking the objective. You can achieve multiple things across the map at the same time. Because as long as Minnow is there to heal the Harley, I mean, Harley can take down the Lord. And with that, I mean, it allowed for a push on the bot lane. So that was a tier 2 turret being taken out. Pressure to be applied here in the mid lane. There's the implosion, catches onto 3. But the skill shot coming through, not doing enough damage, but the glue with the grab. This time around onto the Alice is trying to land those multi-strands combinations. Shinashi's been doing quite well with that glue, but there's the Harley. He's just been waiting for Trusted One. It's been a real battle between the Harley and the God throughout the course of this game. Now the mid lane pressured in here. Harley wants to go in with a deadly magic, does manage to land some damage onto I think that wasn't the target that they were looking for. And now we're trying to get the lock on as Empire Asylum defend the mid lane and the bot lane. And so only tier 2 turrets being taken down here. Empire Asylum would feel happy with this defense that they have going. Stun comes out. Harley could be caught up. There's the follow-up. It's the implosion. Mystic Gush. The setup is in there. Alice is taken out next, and it's a killing spree for the Suyu. Like I said, this game can go either which way. Gold lead still in the favor of Void G, right? The map control as well, so they have the advantage. However, as we've seen, it's just a single moment of outplay or a single moment of ill discipline can result in the game changing. Hanabi already full build. That's 12.5k gold on the Hanabi. You're just gonna need, I will say the split that Void G is using is a bit questionable. They're allowing the Hanabi to split push, and that's the major source of the damage. Deadly magic does come out. The implosion play only catches onto Minnow, who's gonna heal back up. The Mystic Gush has been saved, so not been used just yet. And the defense coming out this time around from Void G as they manage not to lose anybody. With 20 seconds to go for this Lord. But like I said, the split that they were using quite different, shall I say. Now the engagement here onto Princess, who could potentially be caught out. Oh, nice second skill from Princess. Escapes to some sort of safety. There's the Fury of the Phoenix. Will we see the follow-up? There is the follow-up. Okay, if they take the jungler down, they do. It's a shutdown. And the Lord is up and running. But the base has the option to be taken out. It's God there, however. God has that wave clear, as we know. And you have to be careful of the implosion play from the Tig. Doesn't have the flicker. And now the disengage carrying on. This is the split that Void G should have went for. It's the Zetian if you needed anybody to deal with it, because Zetian at least has a global ultimate to be able to aid in a team fight even if you're not there. For the side of Empire Asylum now, they must remember that they have big team fight potential. And if you think about it, apart from the Hanabi who has a natural Purify, there is no Purify for the side of Void G. So that implosion into the Mystic Gush combination is your winning ticket. That's what you really want to get sorted out. But that's a nice pick-off in the base there from Shadex, with the Lord barreling down the top lane. But the wave equilibrium not in favor of Void G. They don't have the balance, and that plays in favor of Empire Asylum. Because they have massive wave clear potential. They can potentially buy time for Princess to get into the mix. But it looks like Void G want to go in with the Lord. They're like, screw the wave equilibrium. We're coming into the base. We're not coming in through the back door. It's through the front. Oh, the Throne of Ruin. The setup. Fury of Phoenix. There's the damage. Minoan Fury. It's only the Tig left alive. The lock is onto the base. And Void G take the victory.
Victory!
Oh, I'm sorry. I like the game just sort of ended right at this moment in time. Who was it that lagged out? Oh, it was the glue. My I didn't see the glue lagging out there at that moment in time. But he came in for the defense at a particular point in time, but the combination just came in at that clutch moment. But either which way, well played to both teams. Highly entertaining match. Could have went either direction, as we said, throughout the course of all of this. So, with that, it's the end of tonight's stream. And we will continue with the Academy tomorrow night. And then we'll be heading into the final rounds of what is going on with the Academy in the upcoming weeks, as everybody does their final bit of preparation for the AFL. I'm really excited to see how everybody does. We've got quite a few teams who have registered. Quite a few teams from across the region, especially considering registration has not been open for that long. It's only going to be a week and a half, I would say. Registrations have been open, and we've got close to around 50 teams in the mix. So our target is to try to head off, well, we were trying for the 50, right? If we can get close to around 60, 64, which is the real target, then we will be up and running and set with at least the qualifiers that will head into the main event. We do have, I think, a 3k prize pool for the tournament, so there is that to play for as well. So big shout out to both teams here. Very, very entertaining matches. It was Void G dominant in the first game. Very, very, very strong performance in the first game. I had a good start in the second, but it was a big switch of gear from Empire Asylum as they stormed through in the end to take that. And then they were the ones who had the early game start in this, the third match. And then it was Void G with the switch around, and a nicely executed strategy to clutch this out in the third game. And as you can see, strong performance from them overall, with a 8.3 as the lowest score on their side. So well played to both teams, and for providing us with some entertainment here on a Saturday night. But from myself, Waylander, here at the Waylander Gaming Academy Season 3, we're going to have to say goodbye and good night until we catch you on the next stream. Thank you for watching.